Alright, what's going on? Scouts are living back, Diablo 3, and this is our monk. This is our main guy that we're playing with, and I haven't played him in a long time because I've been hooked on other things. And but we're coming back to him now to do a little bit of action, and I actually went to the auction house and got him geared up pretty good. I found the auction house and I started using it, and it's pretty nice, and I got some good damage going here. The gems I actually aren't the best ones I can make, but the best ones I have on them right now. I have better gems than other characters, but I didn't want to have to go grab them. But he's doing almost 150 damage right now, which is pretty good. A lot better than he was doing, let's put it that way. So let's continue on. Last time we basically got through Act 1, if I remember right, and we are now starting Act 2. We got to talk to Tyrael here, and let's do that.
Time grows short, my friends. Even now, Belial's influence is spreading through Caldeum.
But how will we find him?
We won't have to. Magda and her coven will lead us straight to him.
I'm not going anywhere until Uncle Deckard's been laid to rest.
Let us bury your uncle. Then we will have justice for your uncle's killers.
I have called for a caravan to guide us to the east. Speak to the caravan master when you are ready to go. We will see to Cain as we depart.
Alright. And then you can actually, if you want, talk a little bit extra.
Who is Belial, and who is Azmodan?
Belial is the Lord of Lies. He desires power before all other things, and his thousand schemes are designed toward this end. His brother, Azmodan, reigns over the other half of Hell as the Lord of Sin. I sense his influence in this world, but I do not yet know where he will strike.
Then we find Belial, and he will lead us to his brother.
They are more rivals than allies in these days, but I pray that you are right.
Okay, so let's talk to the caravan guy, and then we got a pretty cool ass cutscene to check out.
My friend, shall we depart to Caldeum?
So we'll do that here. Let's do it.
All just stories. My uncle saw what he wanted to see.
Deckard sacrificed much to protect this world. But his work is not over.
What would you know about sacrifice?
Tyrael, the ancient law of the high heavens strictly forbids us from interfering with the mortal world. Yet you have done so. Brazenly.
All I am guilty of, Imperious, is bringing justice, while you hide, cowering behind your throne.
Silence! You will now answer for your transgressions.
You cannot judge me. I am justice itself. We were meant for more than this. To protect the innocent. But if our precious laws bind you all to inaction, then I will no longer stand as your brother.
You chose to be one of us.
Sacrilege.
Thus, I fell, willingly. Because humanity is the only hope for this world.
believed. All your crazy tales. Your work. You never finished. I will finish it, Uncle. I will carry on for you.
Now that Tristram is safe, I travel to Caldeum, the great city of the East. It has fallen before one of the last lords of hell, Belial. I mean to set the city free.
Alright, cool. Awesome cutscene. And here we are, Act 2. And if you can tell, it's very similar to Diablo 2's Act 2, which was also in the desert. So here is our jeweler, who we actually normally don't find until this act, but because I found him with my other characters, he's already here. And our companions hang around here, and there's actually some books that end up popping here from leah that you can read for some experience points. It's not there yet. Stash is here. Our nice blacksmith dude is here. And Leah is there with our boy, and here is the one merchant that is here. And there's actually
for cheap because I will just take them off your body again when you are dead. No offense.
I always like that guy. I'll just take them off your body when you are dead. So anyway, let's see if he's got anything that good for us. Being that I use the auction house, it's going to be hard to actually find stuff that's better than what I'm going to be getting in there. But he's there, and let's talk to Leah here.
Here we are. Caldeum, Jewel of the East. Uncle Deckard loved this place.
He wouldn't now that it is under the spell of Belial, Lord of Lies. I can smell his stench, Omir.
We will split up. You two search for Belial, while I hunt Magda. Cain's death must be avenged.
Alright, so we're going after Magda first. Now, so I love how they have the city underneath, you know. Up here, it just looks so freaking cool. Alright, so let's just go on down and show the rest of it off here and get going with this act. So you come on down here and then you can get to the bazaar, which has more people selling shit.
Guard, where have these refugees come from?
I am not a guard. I am a Shira, commander of the Iron Wolves. We saved these refugees from Magda's coven, but even now wreaks havoc throughout the borderlands.
My enemy. The gods have led me to you. Where can I find Magda?
She's heading toward Alcarnus, but has blocked the road behind her. However, there is another way. Through the Cain outpost.
Alright, so we gotta go through the Sundered Canyon.
Have you heard? Emperor Hakan threw his entire court out of the city. They're trapped out here.
And now, we'll take a look real quick around the city here. There's a vendor here. There's actually an inn here where we can talk to people, just random
I lost my whole family.
little things. But there are some books that you'll find here that's worth some experience.
Most commoners know Caldeum by reputation, if not direct experience. The trade city has existed for thousands of years, predating even the Mage clan wars. Its neutral stance throughout the following centuries saved it from the destruction that visited the nearby city of Vizjun, and life, along with trade, carried on.
Here's another merchant.
The inner city.
They're actually starting to sell dyes here now. If you want to dye your clothes, you can buy a dye, click on the item, and change it.
Yourself a little color.
And there's another merchant's girl
I
here.
may look small, but I'll hurt you if you try to steal from me.
Who's a little badass. She's kind of funny. She has some dyes as well. And she also has Worth's Bell, which I've already bought. But it's one of the items you need to get to the secret level in the game. You need this, and you need about 4 other items that are random in the game you gotta find. And, but you do get it there. Alright, so let's talk to Leah here.
Tyrael and I learned that while the Iron Wolves were fighting Magda in the desert, the Emperor replaced them with Imperial guards who bar all from the inner city.
I suspect that the Iron Wolves were sent out to die. Belial has made his move. We must find a way into the city.
As a child, I explored Caldeum while Uncle Deckard studied here. I can get in through the sewers.
Good. Learn what you can while I hunt Magda.
Be careful. Alcarnus sounds like Magda's trap.
Alright, so let's go. We'll go through the main gates here to continue with the story. We're not going to look at actually buy anything.
This gate leads to Alcarnus. You'll need to follow the long road over the canyon bridge and through the Caverns outpost.
So let's head on.
We haven't heard anything from the Iron
Something
Wolves.
tells me this will be an interesting journey.
I haven't really played with the scoundrel with me. Now here is the enchantress, who's your other companion.
Traveler. Cultists guard these desert roads, and they will slay any who pass.
That would spare me the trouble of finding them.
Then you must not go alone. I shall accompany you.
Well now, it's my lucky day.
There are illusions out there. Mirages to some. But I can see them for what they are. The Coven's foul magic. They will lead you to your death.
Thank you for the warning, but I do not fear the cultists' magic. Their traps are easy to spot.
Alright, so let's get going. Now these little bug dudes are a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. They can fuck you up pretty fast. I have not, oh man, okay. I haven't played my this guy in a while.
The Lacuni, or
got?
Panthermen as they are sometimes called,
Heal.
have inhabited the desert wastes east of Caldeum for thousands of years. The large males are the tribe's leaders and protectors, while the agile females are expert hunters. Mostly they are primitive and reclusive creatures, although they will attack if cornered or hungry.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played my monk. So try to stay out of the way from the fallen rocks. Yeah, but that upgrade I got with my weapons in the auction house is put my damage pretty high.
Stay back! They're in the rocks!
This area, so should be pretty good. Where you going? Where you going? I hate these freaking moths, dude. These, whatever they call them. Sand wasps.
I have been healed.
With you have a ranged character like a witch doctor, you can actually shoot them while they're up high. They're not as annoying. They're a lot more annoying right now. Alright.
Be careful. They are very near to us.
Ooh, the road is blocked.
You should never have come. Demons will feast on your bones.
Nice.
How did you know about the ambush?
I am an enchantress. The ways of magic and illusion are familiar to me. My name is Arena.
Thank you, Arena. But I do not believe you have told me the truth about your presence here.
Well, I am also looking for someone. But here, let me clear the way for you.
So kill the Lacuni, attacking the Iron Wolves. That's a real fast
Captain,
one here.
From behind! Protect the people! Iron Wolves!
If not for you, the Lacuni would have eaten well this day.
I traveled to Alcarnus. Will there be more of these Lacuni on the road?
Even worse. Cultists are casting spells in 2 of their desert lairs to obscure the Black Canyon Bridge.
Let us head north to the Howling Plateau. The cultist magic seems to be emanating from there.
Alright, so let's do it. Now, one thing I've learned when playing this game with my other characters is that if you actually get a little too high of a level, your drops seem to you don't seem to get as good of drops. Like I was beating like some of the main bosses of the game by Witch Doctor, who was a little higher level because I went everywhere and kind of did everything, and I was getting like no yellows, a couple of blues maybe, and then when I kind of ran through the game faster with another character, I was getting like 4 yellow drops, 3. So I'm gonna probably won't be moving around looking everywhere as much as I was planning on it with this guy. I'm gonna try to get through the story pretty good pace, and you know, always try to do some story stuff as the game progresses. I will run around a little bit though.
However, did you become so good at charming others?
I learned the charm spell long ago and spent many hours practicing it.
That's not what I... Never mind.
Anyway, it's gonna be fun having the scoundrel with me. I haven't really had him before, like I said.
There is another illusion here. The cultists tried to hide their footsteps.
Alright, so she's gonna point you the way here.
Countered. If we follow these prints, we can find their lairs and halt the rituals.
See, she'll keep showing the path.
Any other traces of their magic.
So we keep just kind of going along the route. It could be in a couple places actually.
This is one of the cultist lairs. They are casting part of the illusion
It's
inside.
in there. There's actually another building farther up.
An illusion too.
Whatever do you mean?
It's quite an enemy over there. We are in for a fight.
I think we'll be alright. I hate these wall guys though. They can be a pain in the butt unless you punch through the wall. Alright, we got new lore.
It seems that the Fallen are indeed creatures of demonic origin. The old heraldic tale claims they were once powerful servants of the mythical Asmodan. They purportedly aided him in his battle against the prime evils, and Diablo later punished them by twisting them into the small, stupid forms they now possess.
But here it is for this game. Before, a lot of times it's up high.
The ritual is disrupted!
There should be another ritual at a cellar to the east of here.
Alright. There's usually a book back here.
This hero means to attack you in Alcarnus. If I were you, I would set a trap at the Cain outpost. But I am not you. For all I know, you wish to fail me again and force me to kill you. That would grieve me, though somehow...
Look! More hidden footprints.
Come back. Ooh, I got a yellow bow up there. Item. Where'd that come from? That's actually a monk weapon. Let's take a look at her. 20.2 is a pretty shitty weapon compared to what I have now, but it is a monk weapon.
Though the champions are larger...
Look! More hidden footprints.
What's up, everybody? Watch out for those bugs. They do hit hard when those stingers hit you.
hidden footprints.
Alright, clearing them out. The shamans actually keep spawning the Fallens.
I'm getting better.
Nice level. So you want to kill those shamans because they'll hold it, you know, if you keep them alive, they'll just keep spawning the guys over and over again. So get them out of the way. That's another one. Alright. So we got a level. I actually had a... Ooh, that's a level 17 item. Oh shit. Forget about it. Forgot about this. It's a level 17 spirit stone, which is a headpiece for the monk. So we have to wait one more level before we can use it.
So, do you have anything going on after this?
Oh, we didn't level.
To fulfill
I thought
the
I
wishes
leveled.
Of the prophet, even if my
what am I
life
talking
shall
about?
be forfeit.
Oh,
my bad. Thought I leveled. Sounded like I did. It made the noise. I thought. Almost did though. We're almost there. Oh, here's the blues teleporter, huh?
That's how we do it in Kingsport.
Come on, Alina. Where's the footprints at?
The Dune Thresher is an elusive being with a tremendous capacity for bloodshed. It lurks beneath the sands, rising up to seize prey in its jaws and rend the body until it is but sinew and gore. I once saw a Thresher in the flesh, and it rather disagreed with my constitution.
So it's got to be down here more, because they're usually both in this same area.
My path becomes clearer.
There's the level. That's a little more obvious. There it is. Seven-sided strike. What
more
the
hidden
hell?
Footprints.
Okay, so here's where we're going. There's a chest waiting for us. Health potion. It's good. What is this? Ooh, caverns. Well, let's clear this little area out here. Alright, let's get this level done, though. I actually have that item now that we can use. Where is it at? Here it is. So that's going to give us 13.8 more damage. Better chance to 1% less magic find, actually. But a little bit more experience per kill. So that puts us to 162 bump, pretty much. And our head is... and it's pretty cool. And now we got some more skills. What do we got? We got crippling, a new crippling wave. Increases damage. Oh, nice. Throw that there. I've actually started just... I know you can do it other ways where you can put where you want it, but I've been kind of trying now to just put them where they are, because I want to try everything out. So like Breath of Heaven I'm going to keep. That's my heal. I like that. Serenity actually won't normally go there. So Bleeding Palm there. And then we got a new 7-sided strike. That sounds interesting. Yeah, I like that. So we'll throw that there. That's number 3. Let's head in this here and take care of these guys.
This is one of the cultist lairs. They are casting part of the illusion inside.
As long as you aren't an illusion too.
Whatever do you mean?
Alright, let's do some 7-sided strike on these guys. Okay, I like that. Big fan of that one.
I must wait to use that ability.
There. That ought to dispel the Coven's magic. Let us go to the bridge.
Thank the gods you have come.
Satchel for Cain.
It is with some reluctance that I write on the 7 lords of hell, for they are the greatest of the demons, and even whispering their names seems to poison the air around me. They are divided into the lesser evils, Belial, Asmodan, Juriel, and Andariel, and the prime evils, Mephisto, Baal, and Diablo.
So this area, actually, you find a lot of books from Cain explaining the evils and who they are.
What shall you do when Magda
So it's kind of
is dead?
cool if you haven't played the other Diablos, a little background story.
So. Brought down and destroyed.
How curious. You must be the one I was meant to find here.
Alright, so we are in the caverns.
Not enough spirit.
Ooh, yeah, this guy's pretty cool. He's ate my ass. It's pretty freaky. So let's try to rip through these caverns real quick, because this is getting long, this vid, but I kind of wanted to... I like to stop at a checkpoint, and I went a little too far. So let's get through here. There should be a good chest on the bottom. I think these caverns are always here. I think they've always been the Sakura or Sirocco cavern or whatever. So watch the ground for this guy's gonna come up so he doesn't eat you.
That opponent there must have wonderful treasure.
7-sided strike. Two-handed club. Nice.
Kingsport.
Is he gonna say that this whole game? That's how we do it in Kingsport. A new ring, not bad. What's this yellow we got? A two-handed mace. Won't be using that anytime soon. Or ever. Level 9 item. This guy try to find the way down here. Nothing worth grabbing there. Alright. Man. Ow, where are we going? Probably these guys go down pretty fast and miss them. So that 7-sided strike has a what? 30-second cooldown, okay. Does 777% weapon damage. That's pretty freaking... That's pretty ridiculous, actually. For a skill. It's pretty high from what I've seen. And the 30-second cooldown is not long at all, really, so... Every couple of fights you'll be able to throw that thing out there if you need be. Here's another chest. Of the lion hat, which is a strength hat. Good for barbs. Alright, so I was trying to get down. Try to find the way down. This is a 2-level,
I like your dress.
But I am not wearing a dress.
I know. That's what I like.
That's fucking funny. Anyway, alright, so there should be a resplendent chest down here, which is the good ones, and should be a pretty tough fight too. A yellow of some sort, there he is. 7-sided strike! Alright. Got another of the lion, which is another barbarian type of item. What we got over here? Anything good to fight before we go after that chest? This is the way out right there. Oh, I got eaten. Son of a bitch. Let's get this chest, see if we get anything good. Another strength one, and a longbow, which is something we are not going to be using either.
I do not know how to use that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, not too much anything good. Actually, being that we're using the auction house for this guy, a lot of the drops aren't going to be really worth, for us. We will be selling them though, or breaking them down for the blacksmith. So, all right, so we are out of the Highland Plateau. Back to the Highland Plateau, I should say. Take a quick little jaunt over here. Ooh, some more blues. Where you guys going? Come on.
My wounds are closing.
Cheers!
A lot of rare enemies, or whatever. I think they're rare. These lips will actually pop a chest for you. Another of the lion item. God, all strength items. Need some dex items. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the S7-sided strike right now. That thing is pretty badass.
I don't have enough spirit.
So I want to get to a checkpoint here. Or at least a waypoint, so when I can start again, we will be able to get right to where we're at. This should be, yeah, it's a dead end. So we have to follow this road here to the west, northwest.
Have you been to Caldeum before?
Not like this.
What do you mean?
It was a business affair. This is pleasure.
Huh.
I think it is time for you to know my true tale. I am not from Caldeum. I learned these spells 1,500 years ago. My sisters and I pledged our service to a man of great power. We called him the Prophet. He trained us and placed us in a magical slumber to awaken in this era. I am to prevent the Lords of Hell from invading.
Our meeting was clearly the work of the gods. Join me. I believe you will make a powerful ally in this fight.
Alright, so we're gonna stay with the scoundrel, I think, but we may grab her later to, check her out. But I do like the scoundrel right now. We do have to up his weapons, though.
To the Cain outpost.
And hopefully there will be some scantily clad women there to welcome us.
Alright, here is our
I don't have enough speed.
Checkpoint. Of course, we are... Gotta get through this first. Not too shabby. So we do have a checkpoint here, though, thank God, and we do have a waypoint as well. So we'll be able to hop right back to here once we check out this chest and get some money, so we can head right back to the hidden camp to sell and whatnot, and then we'll come back there for the next vid. So thanks for watching, everybody. So we'll see you all in the next one. Take care.